Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you with a message that every woman needs to hear, because every woman deserves to know her worth, her power, and her potential. From the moment we take our first breath, society places expectations upon us. We are told how to look, how to behave, and even what we should aspire to be. But let me tell you this, you are more than the labels, more than the expectations, and more than the limitations others try to place upon you. From the moment a woman enters the world, she carries an undeniable strength within her. She is born into a society that often underestimates her, yet she proves time and time again that she is capable of extraordinary things. Worthiness is not something she needs to earn, it is something she inherently possesses. Yet many women struggle to see their own value, conditioned to believe that their worth is tied to external achievements, appearances, or the approval of others. True power lies in recognizing that worthiness is not dependent on perfection. Every woman, regardless of her past or present circumstances, holds immense potential within her. She does not need to be flawless to be powerful. Her power comes from embracing herself fully, including her strengths, her scars, and even her insecurities. When she acknowledges that she is enough just as she is, she unlocks a confidence that radiates in every aspect of her life. The world may try to place limits on what a woman can achieve, but history has proven that these limits exist only in the minds of those who fear her potential. From groundbreaking scientists to fearless leaders, from loving mothers to ambitious entrepreneurs, women have consistently shattered barriers and rewritten the rules. A woman's capability is not defined by society's outdated standards, but by the passion and determination she carries within her. Still, many women hesitate to step into their power because of self-doubt. They question their abilities, compare themselves to others, and sometimes feel as if they are not doing enough. But the truth is, every woman is already enough. She does not need to fit into a mold created by others. Her unique journey, talents, and voice are what make her extraordinary. Embracing her worth means silencing the inner critic and replacing doubt with self-belief. A woman's power is not just about what she can accomplish in the world, it is also about the impact she has on those around her. The love, wisdom, and strength she brings to her family, friends, and community are invaluable. She has the ability to inspire, nurture, and lead in ways that create lasting change. When she realizes the depth of her influence, she begins to understand that her presence alone is a force of transformation. Every woman is capable of success, no matter what success looks like to her. Whether she chooses to build a career, raise a family, create art, or advocate for change, her aspirations are valid and meaningful. There is no single path to greatness. Each woman defines success on her own terms. What matters is that she believes in herself enough to pursue what truly fulfills her. However, the journey to embracing worthiness and power is not always easy. Society often conditions women to put others before themselves, to stay small, to be humble to a fault. But self-worth does not mean arrogance, it means recognizing one's value without apology. A woman who prioritizes herself is not selfish. She is simply acknowledging that she too deserves happiness, respect, and fulfillment. Women must remind themselves daily that their worth is non-negotiable. It is not something that fluctuates based on achievements, relationships, or failures. A woman is worthy because she exists, because she breathes, because she dreams, because she dares to be herself in a world that often tells her she is not enough. Owning her worth is the most powerful act of self-love she can commit to. When a woman fully embraces her worth, power, and capability, she becomes unstoppable. She walks with confidence, speaks with conviction, and pursues her goals with unwavering determination. She does not wait for permission to shine, she simply does. And in doing so, she inspires others to do the same. From the moment a girl is born, society begins shaping her identity with predefined expectations. She is told how to behave, how to dress, and what role she should aspire to fill. These expectations often come from family, culture, media, and institutions, reinforcing the idea that she must conform to a specific mold to be accepted. However, a woman's identity is not a product of societal approval, it is a reflection of her unique experiences, dreams, and values. The pressure to meet these expectations can be overwhelming. Women are often expected to be soft yet strong, independent yet nurturing, ambitious yet humble. They are told to be beautiful but not vain, successful but not intimidating, confident but not too bold. These contradictory demands create a constant struggle, making women feel as though they are never enough, no matter what they do. But the truth is, a woman does not exist to fulfill the desires of society, she exists to be herself. One of the most damaging aspects of societal expectations is the idea that a woman's worth is tied to her appearance. From a young age, she is bombarded with messages that tell her she must look a certain way to be desirable. The beauty industry profits from her insecurities, constantly shifting beauty standards so she is never allowed to feel fully content. But beauty is not a standard, it is a diverse and ever-changing expression of individuality. No woman should feel pressure to change herself to fit an unrealistic image. Beyond appearance, women are often defined by their relationships. Society frequently measures a woman's success based on her marital status, her ability to be a mother, or her role in maintaining a household. While marriage and motherhood can be deeply fulfilling, they do not define a woman's value. A woman's identity is not solely built on who she loves or who she cares for, it is built on her passions, her ambitions, and her personal growth. Another major expectation placed on women is how they should behave. Women are taught to be agreeable, to avoid conflict, and to prioritize others' comfort over their own voices. When they challenge these norms, when they speak up, assert themselves, or demand equality, they are often labeled as difficult, aggressive, or unlikable. But self-expression is not a flaw. A woman has every right to be outspoken, to set boundaries, and to take up space in the world without apology. Career expectations also weigh heavily on women. While progress has been made, many still face the assumption that their ambitions should be secondary to their personal lives. Women are sometimes judged for prioritizing their careers, while others are criticized for choosing to stay at home. No matter what path a woman takes, she is met with scrutiny. But the only career choice that truly matters is the one that aligns with her own goals and aspirations, not what others expect of her. Cultural and traditional norms add another layer of pressure, often dictating how women should dress, behave, and interact with the world. While traditions can be a beautiful part of heritage, they should never be used to suppress a woman's individuality. Culture should evolve with time, allowing women the freedom to honor their roots while also defining their own paths. Every woman deserves the right to choose how she expresses herself within her own cultural identity. Breaking free from societal expectations is not about rejecting femininity or traditional roles, it is about having the choice to define oneself freely. A woman should be able to embrace any aspect of her identity, whether that means being a career-driven leader, a devoted mother, an artist, an athlete, or anything in between. The key is that the choice should be hers, not dictated by outdated societal norms. When a woman stops letting society define her, she gains the power to shape her own life. She realizes that she does not have to fit into a box, that she does not have to seek approval, and that she is allowed to evolve, grow, and redefine herself as she chooses. She becomes the author of her own story, writing it not based on expectations, but on her own truth. From the moment a woman enters the world, labels are assigned to her. She is called sweet, delicate, or obedient. As she grows, these labels evolve. She may be labeled as ambitious, bossy, emotional, or nurturing. Society attempts to categorize her, often reducing her identity to a few words that fit within traditional narratives. But a woman is not a single label. She is a dynamic, complex individual with limitless potential. These labels are not just words, they come with expectations. If a woman is labeled as strong, she is expected to endure pain without complaint. If she is called feminine, she is expected to be soft-spoken and graceful. If she is labeled as independent, she is told she doesn't need help or companionship. But the truth is, a woman can be strong and vulnerable, independent and loving, ambitious and gentle all at once. She does not have to choose between one identity and another. Limitations are placed on women in many ways, often disguised as societal norms or traditions. Women are told there are certain things they cannot do, certain spaces they do not belong in, and certain dreams that are too big for them. These limitations are not based on ability but on outdated beliefs that seek to control and confine women. The reality is there is no role, no profession, and no dream that is off limits to a woman who refuses to accept these restrictions. Women are often expected to shrink themselves to fit into comfortable roles that do not challenge the status quo. They are encouraged to be agreeable, to avoid confrontation, and to sacrifice their own ambitions for the sake of others. But a woman is not meant to be small. She is meant to grow, to evolve, and to take up space in every field, in every conversation, and in every corner of the world. Beyond societal expectations, personal experiences shape the way women see themselves. A woman who has been through hardships may feel defined by her past struggles. She may carry the weight of labels such as broken, damaged, or not good enough. But her past does not define her. Every challenge she has faced, every setback she has overcome has only made her stronger. She is not her trauma, she is her resilience. Cultural and familial pressures also play a significant role in placing limitations on women. Many are raised with the belief that they must follow a predetermined path, one that includes marriage, motherhood, and self-sacrifice. While these roles can be fulfilling, they should be a choice, not an obligation. A woman should be free to define success and happiness for herself, whether that means pursuing a career, traveling the world, or choosing a life that does not align with traditional expectations. Women are also judged based on their decisions, often more harshly than men. If she chooses to focus on her career, she is questioned about when she will settle down. If she decides to be a stay-at-home mother, she is asked why she isn't more ambitious. If she is outspoken, she is labeled difficult. If she is reserved, she is seen as weak. No matter what she does, there will always be those who try to place her into a box. The key is to reject those limitations and live authentically. A woman's worth is not defined by the roles she plays in other people's lives. She is more than a daughter, a wife, a mother, or a caregiver. While these roles can be important and meaningful, they do not encompass the entirety of who she is. She is a thinker, a creator, a leader, a dreamer. She is a force of nature capable of shaping her own destiny. The world will continue to try to define women, to place them into neat little categories that make them easier to control and understand. But women are not meant to be confined. They are not just one thing, they are everything. And when they embrace the fullness of who they are, They become unstoppable. When people think of strength, they often picture physical power, muscles, endurance, and physical capability. While this is one form of strength, it is far from the only one. True strength goes beyond physicality. It resides in the mind, in the heart, and in the ability to overcome life's many challenges. A woman's strength is not just in what she can lift or how fast she can run, it is in her ability to rise after every fall, to keep going when life feels unbearable, and to stand tall even when the world tries to push her down. Mental strength is one of the most powerful forms of resilience. It is the ability to face adversity, setbacks, and failures without losing faith in oneself. A mentally strong woman does not allow self-doubt to dictate her actions. She understands that struggles are a part of life and that challenges are not signs of weakness but opportunities for growth. She does not crumble under pressure. Instead, she adapts, learns, and emerges even stronger. Emotional strength is often overlooked, yet it is just as vital as any other form of power. Women are often told that being emotional is a weakness, but in reality, the ability to feel deeply, to empathize, and to express emotions is a sign of incredible strength. Emotional resilience is the capacity to experience pain, heartbreak, or disappointment and still have the courage to love, trust, and hope again. It is the ability to remain kind in a world that can be cruel, to show compassion even when faced with indifference, and to continue believing in oneself despite past hurts. The strength of a woman is tested in many ways throughout her life. She may face personal struggles such as loss, rejection, or betrayal. She may experience professional challenges, fighting to be seen, heard, and respected in spaces that were not designed for her success. She may battle inner demons, self-doubt, insecurities, or fear of failure. Yet, with every hardship, she proves her strength by refusing to give up, by finding new ways to heal, and by pushing forward despite the odds. A woman's ability to endure pain does not mean she should have to. Too often, women are expected to be strong in ways that demand their silence, their sacrifice, and their suffering. Society admires women who endure hardships without complaint, who carry burdens without breaking, who put others before themselves at all costs. But real strength is not about enduring endless pain, it is about knowing when to walk away, when to demand better, and when to prioritize one's own well-being. Strength also comes in the form of vulnerability. It takes courage to admit when one is struggling, to ask for help, and to acknowledge that strength is not about handling everything alone. A truly strong woman knows that seeking support does not make her weak, it makes her wise. She understands that strength is not about never falling. It is about getting back up, no matter how many times she has been knocked down. One of the greatest displays of strength is standing up for oneself and for others. Whether it is speaking out against injustice, setting boundaries, or refusing to be treated with anything less than respect, a strong woman does not allow fear to silence her. She understands that her voice matters, that her presence is powerful, and that she has the right to demand fairness, dignity, and equality in every aspect of life. Strength is also found in the ability to dream and pursue those dreams relentlessly. It takes incredible courage to chase one's passions, to take risks, and to step into the unknown. Every woman who dares to follow her ambitions, despite the obstacles in her way, is demonstrating a profound form of strength. She does not wait for permission to succeed. She creates her own opportunities and refuses to let setbacks define her. The world may try to define strength in a limited way, but every woman must recognize that her strength is limitless. It is in the battles she has fought, the struggles she has overcome, and the wisdom she has gained along the way. Her strength is not measured by how much she can endure, but by how fiercely she continues to rise. Fear is one of the most powerful forces that can hold a woman back from reaching her true potential. It whispers doubts into her mind, making her question whether she is good enough, smart enough, or capable enough to chase her dreams. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, and fear of judgment create invisible barriers that prevent her from stepping into her greatness. But fear is not a sign of weakness, it is a natural response to stepping outside of one's comfort zone. The key is not to eliminate fear entirely, but to move forward despite it. Doubt often follows fear, reinforcing the belief that success belongs to others but not to her. It convinces her that she is not as talented as she thinks, that she is unprepared, or that she does not deserve the opportunities before her. This self-doubt, sometimes called imposter syndrome, is common among women who have been conditioned to underestimate their worth. Yet doubt is nothing more than a false narrative that can be rewritten. A woman must remind herself that she is just as deserving, just as capable, and just as worthy as anyone else. The need for validation is another obstacle that can hold women back. From an early age, women are often taught to seek approval, to be liked, to be agreeable, and to conform to expectations. This desire to please others can make it difficult for a woman to trust her own instincts and choices. She may hesitate to speak up, to take risks, or to pursue what truly makes her happy for fear of disappointing others. But living for approval is a never-ending cycle that will never bring true fulfillment. The truth is, no one needs permission to follow their dreams. A woman does not need validation from society, from family, or from anyone else to know that she is enough. She does not need constant reassurance that she is on the right path, because the right path is the one that feels true to her. Seeking external approval will always be limiting, but trusting oneself opens doors to infinite possibilities. Fear and doubt often disguise themselves as practicality. A woman might tell herself that she is not ready to start her business, change careers, or pursue her passion. She might wait for the perfect moment or tell herself she needs more experience before she can succeed. But waiting for the perfect time is just another way fear tries to keep her stagnant. The truth is, no one ever feels fully ready, and growth only happens when action is taken despite uncertainty. One of the greatest ways to overcome fear, doubt, and the need for validation is by taking small but bold steps. Confidence is not something that appears overnight, it is built through action. Each time a woman pushes past her fears, she strengthens her belief in herself. Each time she trusts her own judgment, instead of seeking approval, she reclaims her power. And each time she moves forward, even when she is uncertain, she proves to herself that she is capable of more than she ever imagined. Another important realization is that failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the journey. Many women avoid taking risks because they fear making mistakes or falling short. But failure is not something to be ashamed of, it is something to learn from. Every setback teaches valuable lessons, builds resilience, and provides the experience needed to succeed in the future. The women who achieve greatness are not the ones who never fail, they are the ones who refuse to let failure define them. Letting go of the need for validation does not mean ignoring advice or refusing feedback. It means distinguishing between constructive guidance and unnecessary opinions. Not everyone will understand or support a woman's choices, and that is okay. The most important voice a woman should listen to is her own. When she prioritizes her own intuition and values over the expectations of others, she gains the freedom to live life on her own terms. A woman who no longer lets fear, doubt, or the need for validation control her becomes unstoppable. She realizes that she does not need to be perfect to be worthy, that she does not need permission to pursue her dreams, and that she is fully capable of creating the life she desires. Her strength is not in never feeling fear or doubt, but in refusing to let those things hold her back. A woman's worth is not determined by what others think of her. Society often tries to measure a woman's value based on superficial standards: her appearance, her relationship status, her success, or even how well she conforms to expectations. But true self-worth is not something that can be given or taken away by external opinions. It is something that comes from within, built on self-acceptance, confidence, and the understanding that she is enough just as she is. One of the biggest traps women fall into is seeking validation from others, whether it is through compliments, approval from family, or recognition at work. Many women are conditioned to believe that their worth depends on how others perceive them. This leads to an exhausting cycle of constantly trying to meet unrealistic standards, always chasing approval but never feeling truly satisfied. The truth is, external validation is fleeting, but self-acceptance lasts a lifetime. Many women struggle with self-worth because they have been taught to compare themselves to others. Social media, beauty standards, and societal pressures create the illusion that some women are more valuable than others based on their looks, achievements, or popularity. But comparison is a thief of joy. A woman's value is not diminished because someone else appears more successful or beautiful. Self-worth is not a competition, it is an individual journey of recognizing one's own strengths and uniqueness. It is important to understand that opinions are just that, opinions. People will always have something to say, whether positive or negative. Some will praise while others will criticize. If a woman bases her self-worth on the ever-changing opinions of others, she will constantly feel unstable. But when she realizes that no one else's opinion defines her, she gains the power to live freely and unapologetically. Building self-worth from within requires self-love. This does not mean arrogance or thinking one is better than others. It means treating oneself with kindness, speaking positively to oneself, and recognizing that imperfections do not make someone unworthy. A woman who embraces her flaws, rather than seeing them as weaknesses, develops an unshakable sense of self-worth that no external judgment can break. Another key to developing self-worth is setting personal standards rather than following society's expectations. A woman who knows her worth does not settle for less than she deserves in relationships, careers, or friendships. She does not tolerate mistreatment or lower her standards to fit in. Instead, she chooses to surround herself with people who respect, uplift, and appreciate her for who she truly is. Self-worth also means recognizing that past mistakes or failures do not define a person's value. Many women carry guilt or shame from past experiences, believing that they are not good enough because of what they have been through. But every mistake is a lesson, every setback is an opportunity to grow, and no one's worth is determined by their past. A woman's true value lies in how she rises, learns, and continues to move forward. One of the most powerful things a woman can do is affirm her own worth daily, whether through positive self-talk, journaling, or simply reminding herself that she is enough. These small acts reinforce a mindset of self-acceptance. She must become her own biggest supporter, rather than waiting for the world to recognize her value. When she truly believes in herself, she becomes unstoppable. At the end of the day, self-worth is not about what others say, think, or expect. It is about how a woman sees herself when no one else is watching. When she realizes that her value is not tied to external approval, she gains the freedom to be herself completely, without fear, without doubt, And without limits, for far too long, society has dictated the narratives that women are expected to follow. Women have been told how to behave, what to pursue, and where their limits should be. But the truth is, no one else has the right to write a woman's story except for her. Every woman has the power to shape her own destiny, define her own success, and take control of her own life. It begins with realizing that she is not a supporting character in someone else's story. She is the main character in her own. Embracing personal power starts with rejecting the idea that women must wait for permission to pursue their dreams. Many women hesitate to take bold steps because they have been conditioned to seek approval before making decisions. But a woman does not need anyone's validation to live the life she envisions for herself. She has the right to set her own goals, make her own choices, and walk her own path, even if it does not align with what others expect of her. Taking control of one's story means letting go of limiting beliefs. From a young age, women hear messages that make them doubt their abilities. Statements like women aren't good at leadership, you should play it safe, or you're too ambitious. These beliefs, whether spoken aloud or subtly reinforced, create mental barriers that hold women back. But when a woman challenges these beliefs and replaces them with affirmations of her strength, intelligence, and potential, she reclaims control over her narrative. A woman's power lies in her ability to make choices that align with her truth. Whether it's choosing a career path, deciding when or if to start a family, or pursuing personal passions, every woman should feel empowered to make decisions based on her own desires, not out of obligation or societal pressure. True empowerment comes from knowing that she is in charge of her own happiness and that she does not have to follow a predefined script. Rewriting one's story also means refusing to let past experiences define the future. Many women carry wounds from past struggles, whether it's personal trauma, failed relationships, or professional setbacks. While these experiences may shape them, they do not determine their worth or their potential. Every woman has the power to turn her pain into strength, her struggles into lessons, and her past into motivation to create a better future. Women should also embrace their voices as a powerful tool for change. Too often, women are told to stay quiet, to be agreeable, or to avoid making waves. But their voices matter, their opinions are valuable, and their stories deserve to be heard. Whether it's speaking up in a meeting, advocating for themselves, or sharing their experiences, women must take ownership of their narratives. Silence has never been the key to progress. Speaking up is how real change happens. Taking control of one's story does not mean walking the journey alone. Women should uplift and support one another, recognizing that collective strength is a force to be reckoned with. When women empower each other instead of competing, they create a powerful movement that breaks barriers and opens doors. There is space for every woman to succeed, and by building each other up, they reinforce the message that they are unstoppable. Embracing personal power also means not settling for less than what one deserves. Whether it's in relationships, workplaces, or personal aspirations, a woman who recognizes her worth will not accept mistreatment, inequality, or anything that dims her light. She knows that she has the right to demand respect, fairness, and opportunities that align with her value. Her story is hers to write, and she refuses to let others dictate the ending. At the heart of it all, taking control of one's story is about living with purpose, confidence, and the unwavering belief that every woman has the right to define her own destiny. The world is full of possibilities, and when a woman steps into her power and owns her story, she becomes the author of a life filled with strength, passion, and limitless potential. Every woman has made mistakes. Every woman has faced failure at some point in her life. Yet society often places an unfair burden on women, making them feel as though their past missteps permanently define them. This is simply not true. A woman's value is not measured by the mistakes she has made, but by how she learns, grows, and rises above them. Her past does not dictate her worth. Her strength, resilience, and ability to move forward do. One of the most harmful things a woman can do to herself is to dwell on past failures as if they determine her future. Whether it is a failed relationship, a career setback, or a personal regret, carrying the weight of past mistakes can create unnecessary shame and self-doubt. But failure is not a sign of weakness, it is a natural part of growth. The most successful, powerful women in history have all faced failure, yet they refuse to let it define them. Instead, they use those failures as stepping stones to something greater. Women are often held to unrealistic standards of perfection. Society teaches them that they must always make the right choices, be the perfect partners, the perfect mothers, the perfect professionals. And when they fall short, because everyone does at some point, they are judged more harshly than men. But perfection is an illusion. No one, regardless of gender, has lived a life free of mistakes. A woman's worth is not diminished because she has stumbled along the way. In fact, it is through these stumbles that she becomes wiser and stronger. Instead of viewing past mistakes as a source of shame, women should see them as valuable lessons. Every mistake offers insight. Every failure teaches resilience. Every setback provides an opportunity to grow. The women who embrace their past, rather than run from it, are the ones who develop unshakable confidence. They know that their experiences, both good and bad, have shaped them into the strong individuals they are today. Forgiving oneself is an essential part of moving forward. Many women struggle with guilt over past decisions, carrying emotional burdens long after the situation has passed. But holding on to guilt does not change the past, it only prevents growth in the present. A woman who forgives herself allows space for healing, for self-love, and for new beginnings. She understands that she cannot change what has already happened, but she can choose how she moves forward from it. It is also important to remember that others' opinions about a woman's past do not define her either. People may judge, criticize, or hold on to their own perceptions, but that does not mean those opinions are valid. No one else has the right to determine a woman's worth based on a moment in time. What truly matters is how she sees herself. When a woman stands firmly in her own self-worth, no external judgment can shake her confidence. A woman's journey is her own, and every chapter, including the difficult ones, adds depth to her story. The mistakes she has made do not make her unworthy of success, love, or happiness. They make her human. What matters most is what she chooses to do with those experiences. She can either let them hold her back or use them as fuel to become an even better version of herself. Letting go of past failures also means embracing the idea that reinvention is always possible. No matter where a woman has been or what she has gone through, she always has the power to start anew. She can change careers, rebuild relationships, heal old wounds, and create the future she wants. Her past does not limit her. Her belief in herself is what determines what she can achieve. At the core of it all, a woman's value is not defined by her past mistakes or failures, but by the strength of her spirit. The ability to grow, to learn, to transform, that is what truly defines her. No single moment, no single failure can take away her worth. She is always evolving, always capable of rising, and always worthy no matter what her past may hold. Self-love is the foundation upon which a woman builds her confidence, strength, and success. Without it, she may constantly seek validation from others, struggle with self-doubt, or feel unworthy of the opportunities before her. When a woman truly loves and values herself, She develops the confidence to pursue her dreams, take risks, and overcome obstacles. Self-love is not selfish, it is necessary for both personal fulfillment and professional success. Confidence is the driving force behind every major accomplishment. Women who believe in themselves are more likely to take on leadership roles, speak up for what they deserve, and push past their comfort zones. Many times, the difference between success and stagnation is not talent or intelligence, but the confidence to act. When a woman embraces her worth, she stops holding herself back and starts seizing the opportunities that come her way. Personal growth flourishes when self-love is at its core. A woman who values herself will invest in her well-being mentally, emotionally, and physically. She will set boundaries to protect her energy, prioritize her happiness, and take care of herself without guilt. Self-love allows her to recognize when something no longer serves her and gives her the strength to walk away from toxic relationships, unfulfilling jobs, or unhealthy habits. Professional growth also depends on self-love and confidence. In workplaces, women often hesitate to negotiate salaries, apply for promotions, or pursue ambitious career moves because they doubt their capabilities. However, confidence in one's abilities is a game changer. When a woman trusts her skills and recognizes her value, she positions herself for success. She no longer shrinks herself to fit into a mold, she stands tall and commands respect. Self-love helps women overcome fear and rejection. The path to success is never without challenges, and there will always be moments of failure or criticism. But a woman who loves herself understands that rejection does not define her worth. She learns from setbacks rather than letting them destroy her confidence. Instead of giving up, she uses challenges as stepping stones, pushing forward with resilience and determination. Confidence also impacts the way a woman interacts with others. When she believes in herself, she attracts positive relationships both personally and professionally. People are naturally drawn to those who exude self-assurance and authenticity. A confident woman inspires others, commands respect, and is more likely to be seen as a leader. She does not seek approval from others because she already knows her value. One of the biggest misconceptions about confidence is that it is something people are born with. In reality, confidence is built over time. It is strengthened through experience, challenges, and small victories. Every time a woman takes a step outside her comfort zone, whether by speaking up, making a bold decision, or embracing a new challenge, her confidence grows. The more she believes in herself, the more opportunities she creates for personal and professional advancement. Self-love also means celebrating oneself. Many women downplay their accomplishments or hesitate to acknowledge their success because they fear appearing arrogant. But recognizing and appreciating one's own achievements is crucial. A woman should not wait for others to validate her success, she should be her own biggest cheerleader. Embracing her wins, no matter how small, reinforces her confidence and motivates her to reach even greater heights. At its core, self-love and confidence are not just about feeling good, they are about unlocking one's full potential. A woman who embraces her worth will stop settling for less than she deserves. She will step into new opportunities, take control of her narrative, and create a life that reflects her true desires. Her growth, both personal and professional, begins the moment she realizes that she is capable, deserving, and powerful beyond measure. When a woman rises, she does not rise alone. Her growth, success, and empowerment create a ripple effect that extends far beyond her own life. Every step forward she takes, whether in her career, personal development, or leadership, sets an example for others, proving that barriers can be broken and new paths can be created. Women are not just transforming their own lives, they are uplifting families, communities, and future generations. A confident and empowered woman serves as an inspiration to those around her. Whether she is a mother, sister, mentor, or friend, her strength encourages others to believe in their own potential. When she pursues her dreams fearlessly, she shows other women that they too can chase their ambitions. Her success is not just her own, it becomes proof that others can succeed as well. Women who rise also create opportunities for others. When a woman steps into leadership, she often advocates for inclusivity, fairness, and equality. Whether in business, politics, or social movements, empowered women use their voices to lift up those who may not have been heard otherwise. They open doors, create networks, and push for change that benefits entire communities, not just themselves. Economic empowerment of women has a direct impact on society. Studies show that when women are given access to education, job opportunities, entire economies grow stronger. Women reinvest in their families, educate their children, and contribute to the well-being of their communities. By rising economically, women break cycles of poverty and create sustainable change for generations to come. When women support and uplift each other, the effect is even more powerful. In a world that often pits women against one another, choosing to celebrate rather than compete creates a culture of strength and unity. Women who mentor, encourage, and collaborate with others multiply their impact. They replace competition with collaboration, proving that success is not limited, there is room for everyone to rise. Beyond professional and economic impact, women uplift the world emotionally and socially. A woman who embraces her worth spreads confidence and positivity to those around her. She teaches kindness, resilience, and self-love to her children, friends, and community. Her emotional strength does not just benefit her, it fosters a culture of empathy, understanding, and empowerment in those who witness her journey. Rising women also challenge outdated norms and break societal barriers. Every time a woman defies expectations, whether by leading in male-dominated fields, pursuing unconventional paths, or standing up for her rights, she makes it easier for the next generation to do the same. Her courage sets a precedent, proving that change is possible and necessary. The impact of empowered women extends across cultures and borders. From grassroots activists to world leaders, women who rise create global movements for justice, equality, and human rights. They challenge oppression, fight for education, and demand opportunities for those who have been marginalized. The rise of one woman can inspire movements that change entire societies. At its core, when a woman rises, the world around her is transformed. Her success is not just personal, it is communal. She brings others with her, opens doors, shatters ceilings, and proves that progress is unstoppable when women stand in their power. The world does not just need women to rise. It thrives when they do. The journey of empowerment is not just for one woman, it is for all women. When one woman rises, she paves the way for others to do the same. Every act of courage, self-love, and determination creates a ripple effect that touches lives far beyond what she can see. Women are not just dreamers, they are leaders, change makers, and trailblazers. Their strength is limitless. Their voices are powerful, and their impact is undeniable. Now is the time for every woman to embrace her worth, take control of her story, and step into her power. It is time to break free from self-doubt, societal limitations, and past regrets. Every woman has the right to define success on her own terms, to speak up for what she believes in, and to create a life that reflects her fullest potential. As women continue to rise, they must remember to uplift others along the way. Empowered women empower the world. By supporting, mentoring, and standing together, they create an unstoppable force for change. The world needs strong, confident women who know their value, own their power, and refuse to settle for anything less than what they deserve. So let this be the moment to rise. Rise with confidence. Rise with purpose. Rise with the knowledge that you are enough, that you are capable, and that you are worthy of greatness. And as you rise, never forget to reach back and lift another woman up. Because together, there is no limit to what women can achieve.